Hello, people. Welcome back to my show. My name is Danny Graham. This is a special stream I'm going to do for the episode of Mandalorian, episode 5 of the Star Wars Mandalorian series. Of course, my name is Danny Graham. This is my show, my channel, comment chat. Come on into the house. I appreciate the support. For those of you that may or may not be watching, we might or watch at a later time. Before I get started, I'm going to ask you to do the same three things I always ask you to do. First, if this is your first time viewing my channel, please subscribe because I need your subscriptions. My goal is 1,000 subscriptions before February. I'm on that. I'm almost there. I'm at about 940. I can get the other 60 only with your help. Second thing I actually do is please hit the notification bell because I want you to be notified of any and all material that I upload. And third and most important, please give me a thumbs up and positive feedback because that keeps me motivated, that keeps me strong, that keeps me going forward because your input, your comments, your questions is what helps drive this train. Now, today I want to talk about two things. First, before I get to Mandalorian, I want to talk about etiquette. I want to talk about being on YouTube. I want to talk about, in my opinion, some of the do's or don'ts. We're not all going to agree on different aspects and different things, different topics that we discuss on YouTube. Yesterday, I'm not going to call any names or any channel, but I was able to look at a channel, and it was a Star Wars channel, and one particular person on here had a point of view about this particular aspect of Star Wars. The other person, the host of the show, had another particular view. Neither one of them was disrespectful toward each other, but they were like in some aspects of the conversation, they were polar opposites. So after the one guy, the guest of the show, went off, another guy came on. I guess he totally disagreed with what the guest said, and then he just started going in on him. I mean, cursing them, calling them a tool, call them this, call them that, whatever the case may be. Okay, if someone invites you onto their show, you may or may not agree with what they're going to say, but there's no need to start using profanity, especially towards them. And also, there's no need to just totally degrade them. If the individual on there is saying things about a particular category, a particular topic that you're passionate about, and you don't agree with it, then you can just say, look, we just don't agree or disagree. There are a lot of things that I always say at work, at home, with my family, with my coworkers. We're just going to agree to disagree. We're not all going to agree that Star Wars is this or that. We're not all going to agree that DC is this or that. We're not all going to agree that Marvel is this or that. There are going to be topics and discussions that we totally don't agree. But there's no need to break down the communication and then start cursing and throwing names. I thought it was totally unprofessional yesterday. Like I said, we're human. We make mistakes, but we need to learn from those mistakes. Now to get off my soapbox into the main topic of the day. The main topic of the day is the Mandalorian episode 5. As you know, Disney Plus downloads each episode on Fridays. I think what I'm hearing is around 3 a.m. they download it and make the episode available. I always set my clock where I get about 4:35, somewhere in that time, and watch it because I like to watch it fresh, watch it first. I usually go back and get me a power nap, sleep on it, and I wake up and I may watch it again. This episode, the 5th episode out of the 8 episodes that they're going to show for the season, was my least favorite so far. I think it was titled Gunslinger. Oh, before I get into it, this is a full spoiler. A full spoiler. So if you have not watched the episode and you want to watch it, then don't watch this show because I'm going to discuss certain things that happen on it. I just want to put that out there. I apologize for not putting it out sooner, but this is going to be a full episode spoiler. So if you have not watched it yet and you don't want to be spoiled, you want to watch it for yourself, then you need to cut off my channel now, watch it, and then come back and see what I say. Going back to what I was saying, the title of the show is called The Gunslinger, and basically it is the Mandalorian is on the run. As you know from the last episode, he had to leave the planet he was on, that he helped save the village from the aggressive aliens that was taking their food and stuff and trying to run roughshod over them. He was able to destroy that, or break up that little cell with the help of a past warrior friend, female warrior friend he knew from the Clone Wars, I believe. They were able to defeat those aliens and give the villagers back their village. So he and Baby Yoda had to leave. As the show comes on, we show them in space. They're in a dogfight. Someone in a spaceship is shooting at them. And in fact, one of the pilot that was shooting at them, used the Mandalorian's line on the first episode saying, either you can come with me warm or you can come with me cold. And as he was shooting at him, the Mandalorian was doing evasive maneuvers and was able to stop his ship, get behind the shooter in the ship, and said, "That's my line." And then he shoots him and destroys him. His ship took some damage, but he ended up going to Tatooine. I think the name of the place was called Mos Eisley, which, if you know, that was in the first Star Wars where Luke went there and they was like, we went to that place. So for Star Wars fans that saw that part of them said, "Oh man, that's awesome." Went there, stopped at a mechanic shop. The mechanic came out, was able to assess and say, "Look, your ship needs this, and this, and you're gonna be able to pay me." He said, "I'll be able to pay you." So he goes to the local bar, tries to get a job doing some kind of bounty hunting work, and runs into a bounty hunter that says, "Look, I need some help trying to get this one lady. She's supposed to be a Billy Badass. I need help. If you help me get her, then I'll give you all the money. I just need to bring her back, and that'll get me into the bounty hunters guild." So, Mandalorian said, "Look, fine, okay. You'll need 2 land speeders and this, and that. Meet me 2:00 wherever you go and try and find them." So he come back, meet him. When he comes back, when he gets off the ship, he leaves Baby Yoda in like a crib or something inside the ship. Well, Baby Yoda, you know, if you've been watching the show, he walks out the ship all big and bad. And the mechanic's a female, so she picks him up. She's like, "Yeah, how you doing? And I'm going to take care of you, but I'm going to charge the Mandalorian double for fixing the ship and taking care of you." And then she starts laughing. So when the Mandalorian comes back to get his weapons and stuff, he sees that Baby Yoda's missing, and he quickly finds him, and he lets the woman keep him because she seems to genuinely care about the kid, not trying to do anything, just trying to take care of the kid and also get the ship fixed. So he goes off with the other bounty hunter, and they go in this desert, and they're riding and stuff, and he stops all of a sudden, and then they talk, and then they meet 2 of the Sand People. If you remember, the Sand People is one of the tribe that lives in the desert, and they kill Anakin Skywalker's mother, and then he went back and killed all the Sand People. So the Tusken Raiders, that's what they call themselves, Tusken Raiders, Sand People, same thing. So they trade. He has some kind of binoculars. So he traded the binoculars to the Sand People to allow them passage safely through their territory without shooting at them or trying to kill them. So they ride through the Sand People's territory, get to another spot, and then the Mandalorian stops because he sees some kind of animal with another bounty hunter tied to it, and it's dragging him across the desert. As he goes to check on him, then he starts receiving gunfire from the person they're looking for. It's a female, so like a Japanese female, and she's shooting a long way from shooting at him. So the Mandalorian armor protects him, and he's able to get back under cover. And he said, "Look, we're going to have to wait the night, and then we're going to make our move." So they wait till it get dark. They make the move. They use flashbang to blind her whenever she's looking through the scope and trying to get close to her. So they're able to get close to her, get the upper hand, get her captured. Then she starts talking. Well, the Mandalorian says, "Look, one of us is going to have to leave to go back and get help." So the Mandalorian agrees to go back and get help. But then she starts talking to the bounty hunter because he's a young bounty hunter. He's new. He don't know what he's doing. She gets in his head. She almost has him convinced to uncuff her, but then he shoots and kills her because she tells him that the Mandalorian is on the run because he betrayed the bounty hunter's code, and now he's on the run. But if he was to take him back in, then he would be famous, and they would automatically let him come into their club. So he tries to get the upper hand on the Mandalorian. He does for a few seconds, but then the Mandalorian gives a distraction, able to go move around to the side and shoots and kills the young bounty hunter. So By that time, his ship fixed. Him and Baby Yoda gets on the ship. They take off. Then they flash back into the desert where the lady is killed, with the young bounty hunter kill the Japanese lady, and we can see somebody walking up to her and stepping down, and that's how it goes off. Like I said, this episode we didn't learn anything new about the Mandalorian. Um, I guess the proper name for this would be called a filler episode, because it really was just, it had no substance as far as character development or showing us anything new. In my opinion, it just showed one of particular times that he was going through trouble trying to get away. Well, two things that got him: the starship bounty hunter tried to kill him, and then the young bounty hunter that's trying to join the club tried to kill him. But other than that, it really didn't show anything special from Baby Yoda. It didn't introduce any new characters really. It was because I like Star Wars and I like the show. I watched it. It wasn't the worst thing I've seen. Same breath, wasn't the best thing I've seen, but that's basically what happened. Like I said, every Friday, I think it's starting at 3 a.m. That's when they upload the movies to Disney Plus. If you haven't had Disney Plus, or you haven't gotten Disney Plus, you definitely need to get it. Disney Plus has a lot of great things on there, a lot of great movies, a lot of great cartoons. So give it a peek. $6.99. That's lunch. So that's basically my critique of The Mandalorian. I can't wait till next Friday, which is Friday the 13th. Ooh, bad luck day, but I hope that's a better episode than today was. Also, Crisis on Infinite Earth starts this Sunday, so you can definitely check it out. The Flash, Black Lightning, they are awesome. I have not been keeping up with Legends of Tomorrow or Arrow or Supergirl, in fact, but I have been watching Black Lightning, Batgirl, and Flash. The last two episodes of Flash was awesome. If you never watched Flash this season, check it out. Grant Gustin is knocking it. He's killing it. But of course, as always, I want to thank you for your subscriptions. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your support. I will be back on Sunday between the hours of 2 and 4, going up against that juggernaut that we know and call the NFL. Dallas fans, I'm sorry, but you got tore up last night. Well, what a wonderful 3 weeks back to back you got tore up. So I'm sorry, but your pain brings me joy. I'm going to end with that. And it said, as always, stay safe, stay calm, peace.